That is the main question. So, if we want Allah to love us, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the formula. What is the formula? فَاتَّبِعُونِي, follow Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will love you. يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive your sins. Hazrat Rahmatullah Ali used to say that today, unfortunately, we leave out an action because it's a sunnah. Because it's a sunnah, we leave it out. That's only sunnah. It's not for us, you don't have to do. It's only sunnah. So because something is sunnah, we leave it out. Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum, they made amal because it's a sunnah. They practiced because it's a sunnah. Today we leave it out because it's a sunnah. So a mu'min, a believer, his life is sunnah. His life is sunnah. Every step of the way, he wants to know, what did my Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam do? I must do the same. I must do exactly the same as my Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. Now to be able to follow a person, there has to be muhabbat. There has to be love. You have to love someone to be able to follow them. You have to love a thing to purchase it. If a person doesn't love something, he is not going to purchase it. Now in order to create the love, so the kamalat of that thing has to be explained. For example, a motor car. So if they are coming out with a new motor car and they want you to take out your hard-earned wealth and buy that motor car, so they will have to explain the kamalat of that car. What are the perfections and the toys in that car and what it can do and all the different functions and features. They would have to explain it. They would have to allow you to test drive. Then once you fall in love with that car, now all that blood, sweat and tears that went into earning that money, you are prepared to take it and put it in that man's hand to get that car. But first they must make you love it. If you don't love it, you're not going to take your money and put it there. They must make you love it. So a thing is loved. A thing is loved either for its beauty. Sometime a new motor car comes out, the shape just catches the person's eye. The outward beauty. The shape just catches his eye. He says, I need that car. The women folk, so if they go sometime, they just see one handbag. That handbag just caught their eye. I must have that handbag. Whether it's suitable for the job or whatever, don't worry about all that. The eye was caught by that handbag. They got love for that handbag, so they need to purchase it. So sometimes a thing is loved for its beauty. Secondly, a thing is loved for its perfection. For its perfection. A thing is loved for its perfection. Something is perfect. Something suits your need. It's perfectly suitable for your work, etc. So it is loved. You will get a person, he may be a person of wealth. Now maybe he can own a sports car. He can own a sports car, but he is driving an SUV. So you ask him, why are you driving an SUV when you can own a sports car? So he will say that, no, this SUV, it is perfect for my needs. I've got a big family, I can take them out. It's perfect for my needs. This is why I've got this SUV. So sometimes a thing is loved for its perfection. And the third reason that something is loved is because of the favor of that thing or what that thing can do for you or what that person has done for you. The thing is loved. Now if we have to look in the seerah of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we will find these things 100%. More than 100% we will find it. That if you have to take the outward appearance of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then all we need to do is go to that poetry of Hazrat Hassan bin Thabit radiyallahu ta'ala, where he says that أحسن منك لم تر قط عيني وأجمل منك لم ترد النساء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنما قد خلقت كما تشاء. He says that more handsome than you, no eye has seen. The eye hasn't seen something more handsome than you. More beautiful than you, no mother has ever given birth to. You have been created free from any blemish, as if to say, you chose how you want to be created. You chose exactly how you wanted your features, everything. So if you look at the outward of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it was perfect. This is why Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she says that the woman of Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, Zulaykha and the other woman of Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, when they saw the beauty of Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, they cut their fingers. Had they seen the beauty of my beloved sallallahu alayhi wasallam, they would have put the knife through their hearts. Forget the fingers. So the beauty of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, kitabs have been written just on the outward appearance of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Then if we have to take the perfection in the teachings of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and what a perfect way of life it is for us, then there too it is 100%. Hazrat Rahmatullah Alayhi, especially in Nikah Bayans, he used to always mention this, that if you take any sunnah of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you will find three things. Ajmal, Akmal, Ashal. That is the most beautiful thing, it's the perfect thing and the most simplest thing. The easiest thing to do is make amal upon the sunnah. We have made our lives difficult by bringing the way of kuffar into our lives. We have made our lives miserable and difficult. Then we say that deen is hard, because now we're finding it hard to get rid of all these evils, and then we say deen is hard. Deen is not difficult. Deen is extremely simple. And I gave this example before, but it just came to my mind again. No intention to mention it. And Hazrat Rahmatullah also used to mention this, that if you take that nikah, so what did Deen say? That you must just make the nikah, the khutbah in the masjid. Some meher must be given. And thereafter, according to the means of that groom, he must make some walima. So the walima also, there's no specified number of people that need to eat and all that. If he can afford to feed 10 people, so he'll feed 10 people. If he can afford to feed 3 people, he'll feed 3 people. Finished. Now that much is kafi, that much is sufficient. He goes, he sees a girl, he proposes for her, she accepts, he makes nikah, and he makes one walima, and khalas, that's what Deen asked of him. But what insan asks of him is he must go and see. Then you must have engagement. He must put one chain. Then he needs to buy a wedding ring. Then he needs to get a trousseau sewn for her. Then he needs to sort out one wedding gown. Then you have to find a hall. Then you have to find a cook. Then we have to find a caterer. What and what we have to do. Then we have to book a honeymoon. So many things we have to do, that now we are becoming same like the bichara indigenous people of our country. They say we can't get married because the labola is too high, so we rather just carry on in zina until we are able to pay the labola. So this is what we do to our children, that no, you just wait till you get your degree and you start working and everything, then you can decide about getting married. So from 19, 20, that fellow is living in a life of zina, that girl also is living a life of zina, and we say, no, you must wait, complete your studies, start working, do this, do that, because we have set the standard so high. So Deen didn't ask for those things, we have asked, we have made our lives difficult. On the same point, you see, in life, when we want to do something, if we want to do something, so we must see how much we can do. How much we can do, we must do that much. We must not already set a standard and then try to fit into that standard. For example, if I think to myself now, if Allah Pak is to give me some tawfiq to think in that way, that you know what, there is some poor people that are walking the street, let me feed them. So, if I see in my pocket that I got 10 rand, so I must go and feed them to the value of 10 rand. To the value of 10 rand. I must not now think, no, if I have to feed these people, so you know what, I rather organize one pot of chicken and some rotis and some cold drink, but I only got 10 rand. So now what I'm going to do now is go to other people. You know what, I think it's a very good idea that we should feed these people now. So let's make a collection and let's feed these people. So what happens in that? Number one, our intention goes off. Because now we want people to come to know what we're doing. So initially maybe the intention won't go off. But with time, as people come and make all the shabash, then we want to start taking the accolades. Then ujub comes in. Then sometime, maybe we'll get 10 people and we'll feed 100 people, but our money only fed maybe 1 or 2 people. But because we are looking like we are in the front of this thing, so everybody say, no, this is his project, like he is sorting this thing out. So then kibar comes in, ujub comes in, so many spiritual diseases coming. So when we want to do something, quietly we must do it and carry on. To the amount that we can manage, we must do it. There is no need to do big things. Allah Pak is not going to question us why we did small thing and we didn't do big thing. If Allah Pak knows how much rozi He gave us, so He wants us to spend in His path according to the amount of rozi we got. He's not making us mukallaf to do something big if He only gave us 10 rand. So sometime in trying to do those big things also, lot of wrong money comes away in between. And lot of wrong intentions come away in between. And lot of people then feel pressurized into doing things also in between. And then you get politics. Then you get jagra. Then you get fighting. Lot of things happen. Whereas quietly, if you just went, you did whatever you wanted to do, and the story is over, finished. So don't set standards. Do what we can manage to do within our capacity. So here, if you look in the Sunnah of Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you'll find this perfection. And the third thing you'll find is ease. Everything is easy. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, somebody came and brought a bowl of milk for him. So that same bowl of milk, he took it and went fed it to others. So he taught us to, in our charities, to its ease. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't now think down on this milk, it needs to have, how can I give people plain milk? I have to make it